the Shepherd Sling, June 17th, 2022, episode number 58.
All I hear is this drum beat.
And we are back as our explorers find themselves in the wake of another skirmish. Roquan stands above a mine next to a large praying mantis looking elderly Vradix, certainly the Vrakin. Down a couple levels from him stands Mookie in the control panel of a central computer of the mining region, peeing. And inside a cave are Buck, Ted, and Vod at the end of a battle, panting as towards them 10 figures with brown outer external shells come walking towards them through the mist and the smoke.
Todd, you got Bug Eater?
I can't remember where I left him. Bug Eater, come on. Come here.
This way, Bug Eater. I think he was at the entrance to the cave.
Yeah, he was back there.
Yes, Master.
Tell these Vradix here we're gonna take him with us and get him out of here. And I know I'm a little short for a stormtrooper, but I'm okay. I'm not really a stormtrooper. I'm just wearing their armor.
And she says that she's Bug Eater says that to them, and they respond back and gesticulating at the ground, and saying what of the Vrakin, what of our pod, what of the Vrakin, what of our pod.
Where's Buck? Come over here. Maybe you can talk to these guys. We're
Sure.
We're trying to rescue you.
Oh, can we grab?
I don't know. Your pod was kind of decimated.
Buck will hop down from the digging machine. And Vod had grabbed a respirator. Was there an extra one that Buck could throw on? I thought maybe we killed the.
Right now, this cave that you are in has been ventilated. Although we are saying that's temporary, but it has been ventilated. But I'm curious, who has the ability to breathe air that's been cleaned at this point? Vod, Mookie. No one else.
There was
has
a second one
right now.
No, there was a second helmet though.
Yep.
But yeah, anyway, Buck will hop down and he's gonna ask tell the Vradix, speaking through Bug Eater, that the Vrakin is here. He's waiting for you up at the top of the cave. We're friends. We're here to save you. Are there more of you? And also, where are these glowstones? We'd like to take some with us.
And they have that the translating goes back and forth, and they say the pod of adults from the Akaran hive was taken when the demon shells came. We were divided and placed in these caves, or at least that's what we saw. It was so dark and it was confusing and horrible when they took us and forced us into these areas. They ask us to mine and work back into these tunnels for the glowing stones, of which they are rare and hard to find, but they drive us every day from sunup to sundown and beyond to find them. When they get them, they take them as if they must be very valuable to the demon shells. We do not get to keep them.
What's so valuable about crystals? Bunch of rocks.
I doubt they know, Vod. But I think Mookie had found out there's something to do with that the Empire wants, maybe for weapons. I think they're worth studying, and hopefully we can get our hands on some. So have you seen any of these stones? Are there any more here?
They come
took them
from
all?
they gesture back behind them, like they come from the walls and the ground and the ceiling. We must be careful, because if we dig too much or too deep, the walls fall in on us. This is an area that we are not familiar with. We are of the trees and the jungle. We do not live in this rock, but they force us to break the rock and find the glowing pieces. They are from the dark areas, and we work through the walls and we find them, and then they take them from us.
All right, so you don't have any. All right, well, you fellows better make your way up to the top. Your leader's waiting for you. Are there more? You said it sounded like there's more of you below. In the lower caves, does that be right?
The
Rest of
pod,
the pod?
the pod is many. The pod, and they look, and the person who's talking with you kind of looks down the line in the light, maybe like one of the first times they've ever been able to kind of see around very much, because they've just been kind of working in the dark, and they kind of are counting the people who are around them, and they're like, the pod is 3 times this size. We are but a portion, but you have found the Vrakin.
That's right. Will
This
you,
is
will
good.
you help us free your pod?
We must.
We'll probably need your help. Can you breathe in this air?
They have these little kind of like U-shaped, look like almost like harmonicas, that kind of have a mouthpiece thing that's actually kind of in there. They're like blinking little like green light, red light, green light, and they each kind of have one of those like on their outer facial exoskeleton. They make us hold these here. If these fall off, the air is killing.
Maybe we can borrow like 2 of those.
Which of my brethren would you want it from?
You 2.
If
Or
we
3.
give you these, then we will not be able to breathe.
Buck, you're just gonna take their air filters?
Yeah, well, they can. You 3 run up. You can't breathe at all.
We can't breathe the air of this area. How are you talking without a respirator yourself?
You 3 give us the respirators, and you 3 go up to the top of the cave, top of the hole, and wait up there.
Oh, that's right. Our short little friend Mookie, she cleared out the air for us, so it's breathable for now. You'll be fine. Braddox.
It's temporary.
Take a little breath. Try it.
They're like temporary. They're like, and they like dislocate this thing from their face, and they kind of pull it away, and it has like strands of like very like thick mucusy strands kind of pulling and like dripping down from the thing as they pull it off, and it's three of them hand them to Vod, and they're kind of like mucoid, dripping, whatever. If this will help you rescue our pod, may you have them. And they like skitter away out, and Mookie sees from her vantage point 3 Vratics kind of walk out of the cave that she has been hearing all the gunfire from, etc. And they look up and they shield their eyes from the sun. And as they get their bearings, they kind of like chitter to each other and like climb up and climb out. And you see them walk up to the rim and begin to like dance happily next to the Vrakin. And Roquan hears all kinds of like high pitched like chittering and them like nuzzling each other's face and carapaces with their bodies. There's like a big like throng of like a very frenetic mosh pit up there between the 3 and the Vrakin.
Some strange creatures you guys are.
Hey, Roquan, Mookie, I think we're gonna.
Yeah, what's up?
I think we're gonna try and find the rest of the pod. We got some very clean respirator type things for you guys if you want to use them.
Hey, how about I clean it off first? You know, the old Shreeler and rinse.
If
I'll
odds
take
think
mine.
this needs to be cleaned up, I'm concerned. I might pass on that.
Fine.
And I have my refrigerator. Buck wants to tell the rest of the Vratics too to pick up the blasters that were left behind and arm themselves and help us fight if we need to.
They're like they have kind of weird claw-shaped hands.
Oh.
So they're like, this is, how does one use this? And so basically what they do is they grab it on the butt, and they wrap these like, they kind of have like a trifecta of claws, and they kind of like wrap it around. They've got long fingers, and they kind of like are holding them like little like baseball bats. And there would have been 2 of them on the ground from the 2 cave troopers that got knocked out.
All right. Well, that's not quite what I had in mind, but I'll have to do. Is anyone else coming down? I'll get on the comms. Is anyone else coming down to clear out these caves and save these guys? Roquan, you good up there?
I would prefer to stay up here watching the old man, unless you guys need help. But I don't think I'm much good right now down there.
Well, there's a second cave halfway down or above us, and then there's that top cave. We haven't looked in that one either.
So right now you guys are by on the in roll 20. If you're looking at that, if you're looking there, you guys are in the second down cave.
Ian, can you put that on the? I have like the.
Yep.
The.
I'm throwing it up one more time.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
I clicked it.
There it is. Just in general, you guys are in the second one down.
Okay, we only have one deeper one then. Okay. And I think Mookie had at least scanned the first one. We didn't actually look in there with any lights or anything.
Mookie used her personal like sensor and cast did a search in medium, and there are no life forms medium in from the mouth of the cave. That was as far as that cave was explored.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But this second one we fully explored.
Let me pull up roll 20.
I think so.
Yeah, I think yes. Like this one, it's kind of like that tunnel down, and you've looked. Well, one second. Doo-doo.
Any medical supplies on the or anything on those troopers?
Well, I don't know. Let's do what do you want to do, Ted?
I want someone else to look through those troopers. No, I'll look.
Yeah, well, Buck was down there
I'm
kinda
ready.
ordering around the Veratics. He can poke through.
Yeah, I'm
You're
right
up
here.
in the digger too. Yeah, Buck and
Yeah.
Vod will both shake him down.
Sure. Does one of you have better ranks at perception?
I'm just 3 green.
I have 1 rank.
Okay. So Vod is your roll YGG.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Buck can help you with a boost. So let's do let's see. It's still a little dark in this room overall. So let's put a setback on an average perception check, and let's see if you find anything that might be helpful medically.
Can Mookie adjust the lights?
No, the lights are on as much as you were able to get them pumped from last.
Vod looks around and actually just trips over one of the stormtroopers, but as he's kind of flailing, he plugs in the broken vent kind of on accident and fixes the helmet that he snagged from them earlier with my
Sure.
advantage.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, well,
Yeah. Look.
found a quick fix for the helmet, but I can't really see anything down here.
Yeah, like Vod looks over these things in the dark, trips over one, smacks his head against the wall, and it shoves the hose back in.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's awesome.
I like it. Yeah, it's like, whew, tastes a lot better. That air is much less sulfuric. Nice. Sure. I like it.
Nice.
No.
Buck will grab
there's
those.
no medical gear.
We knew that helmet though. We had an extra helmet, so Buck will grab that along with the respirators, and he will deliver one of the respirators up to Ted, up in the machine, and then hang on to the other respirators.
Oh, thanks, Buck.
You betcha.
And and Mookie, you were wanting to chime in there. Go for it.
Oh, I think I was just asking about if I could turn up the lights anymore.
The lights are. I think you got the lights turned on as they do.
Can I go to the menu of the computer?
Yeah. So there's there's kind of like four boxes on that as you had kind of looked at, and there's alerts, commander log, cave control, cave status.
Okay.
We've messed with some of them, but if you
Yeah, I'll go to cave status. Pull up what's under that. I don't think I've done that.
Oh, you see a listings that look like 1 second. You find cave status is definitely seen. If I can just find it for you. Slow. It's its connection is slow, and so it takes a while for it to come up. But it is going to be there in just a second. There it is. So it says here, I'll put it in roll 20, like the 3 things you see. You see
Okay, tunnel system ANOAT, tunnel system Bespin, tunnel system Korulog. Can I go under tunnel system Korulog?
All right, and yeah, it's a little hyperlink,
Uh-huh.
and it says.
It says active mining, seismic activity making tunnel maintenance challenging. Glowstone vein detected, but will need further excavation. All right, I'm gonna get on the comm link and say, I noticed there's 3 tunnel systems on the monitor. I think the Korulog is maybe the bottom cave. And that might, it says there's been seismic activity making tunnel maintenance challenging, but there's a glowstone vein detected, but it needs further excavation. But that is Mookie's assumption that is what those 3 tunnels are corresponding to on the map. Can she also look at tunnel system and Anoat?
Yep.
Anoat system, there's not much there. Okay, tunnel system Anoat. Storage. Mining operations on hold. Branch Alpha collapsed in seismic activity. Total loss. Material storage in atrium. Detonite cache will need to be moved if magma leaks persist. And then she's going to also flip to the Bespin tunnel. Tunnel system Bespin, active mining. Glowstone yield moderate, but waning. All right, so what do you all think? I think it could be dangerous to go into that 3rd mine to find glowstones. Can Mookie kind of rack her brain to kind of think about what these glowstones might be? She have maybe some knowledge about minerals that would have some sort of power source, I guess.
I mean, I think we'll just say, like, you know, there are examples in this galaxy of, you know, natural resources that have been found in the galaxy that have been used to power things in unique and varied ways. And I think that you know, from, you know, Tabana gas, which is like, you know, something that's off gassed from like big floating, you know, creatures on Bespin, that's been used in to propel the blaster bolts in the gun that's on your hip, to the hyperdrives that use certain fuels that have been found in the galaxy, both organic and inorganic. So I think just in general, there's like a sense of like, yeah, like there are many novel, unique ways to power things in this Star Wars galaxy. I think that would just kind of be like general. I think she just know that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, for me, this is me, not Mookie, but like I'm thinking like they're looking for Kyber crystals. Would she have that same kind of understanding or not?
Like, would Mookie
What are
know
Kyber?
what those are?
What are Kyber?
Excuse me, guys. I just need to relieve myself down in the lower cave here.
Like, taking a whiz. It's fine.
Just
Doesn't get old.
preventing a
Uh,
magma leak in the Korolog tunnel.
Yeah, I think kyber crystals. I mean, I think that would probably, like, how much does Mookie know lore? Yeah, I think that would be probably anyone's relationship with what a kyber crystal is of your group here. I think it would be a knowledge lore check. But it's like connecting, maybe being able to make a connection like that. Why don't you do a this? This would be. I think this would be quite difficult to know in your studies, borderline on like mythology and lore and religion and things like that. What you've heard, there's in your lifetime, the knowledge of things like kyber crystals has been dramatically suppressed. It's a dangerous thing for people to know these things, and this would be knowledge that would be destroyed actively. So I think a daunting knowledge lore check. You're kind of sitting in the middle of a exposed magma area. The heat of battle after being, kind of through all that you've been. So I think it would probably have you're not in a library thinking, so a setback.
Okay.
Yeah. To see if you are able to if you have come across the lore of other kinds of crystals.
Yeah, no, it doesn't quite ring a bell.
I think you were one
Or-
purple short too.
No, the purples are good,
Oh.
but you just just kyber crystal isn't something that comes into Mookie's head.
Okay.
She's not familiar with that lore.
Okay.
How's that?
Yeah. Great.
What was that about? Up in the Noat tunnel, did they mention some detonite sitting around there? They talked about material storage in the atrium and a detonite cache needing to be moved. You think we can grab some detonite?
Yep.
I've got
That's a
few
good
places
idea.
I could think of sticking some.
I think we should be taking all we can to carry out of here. We got some Vratics to help us.
Yeah. Do we
Good
want to?
idea.
I don't think we want to
Mhm.
poke around in
This
this one
place.
anymore. It sounds like it's a little unstable. I don't really care about these glowstones anyway. I mean, I'd rather
can
have my
head down-
axe than fight with a glowstone.
I can head down to that first tunnel. Do you guys feel like looking for more of the more of those little guys in the bottom cave? Sounds like there might be some in there.
We're in the bottom one.
I'm sure in the middle
We're in
one.
the middle one.
You're in the middle one.
Oh, we're in the middle one. Whoops.
Buck wants to check out the. Well, he knows there's probably more Vratics down there, and potentially glowstone.
Yeah, because you only have about a third of them, right? Unless they died.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Vratics are chirping kind of at Buck, who they've identified as kind of the speaker of the group, and they're like, "Where are our other groups? There should be at least 20 more of us. Where are they? Can you help?"
Yes. We're gonna head down lower. Next level down. Follow us.
And Mookie, as you've like punched these screens and gotten the information, black screen comes up on your computer screen that says remote user override, system access shutdown initiated. And so right now, Roquan, what were you doing?
I'm gonna head down to the first tunnel.
Okay. And you're going solo down there right now.
I'm gonna try and convince the old Vratics to come with me.
Okay. What? How?
Pulling on his arm and kind of like in a friendly way, kind of tugging and pointing down to the cave.
And he kind of he's very very big, like almost 8-9 feet tall, and he realizes like he's needed right now, and so he gives kind of like a austere like nod of his head, and he taps his big staff on the ground, dunk, 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 and he nuzzles you like a horse would nuzzle like a rider. He like nuzzles you kind of ahead, and he goes dunk, 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 and he points with his staff by your shoulder.
I give him a good pet on the nose, on the forenose.
And he nuzzles back against your cheek and like chirps softly in your left ear.
So yeah, then I'll head down the ladder. Kind of. Mookie, where's Mookie? Do I see Mookie?
Computer.
She's down a level from you.
On the first level down.
Yep.
Or 2 then.
She's I am going to, now that we've kind of like established kind of where everything is on this map, I'm just going to pull out a map that won't keep going off the screen, just for ease of knowing where we is. We've all gotten that picture of what it's like to be on a mountain into our heads. And
Nice.
So there we go. So Mookie's down on that computer down there. I'd say everybody else is kind of in that tunnel that's kind of like where Vod's character is standing right there, and the Vrakin is kind of behind you, kind of following. Yeah.
Okay, and just for my sake, Mookie is at the center of kind of this X, in, like 3D wise, kind of at the center of the cave, right? On that second floor.
Yeah, there's kind of no. Yeah, on Mookie's floor, there's really kind of no cave. She'd be like medium to the mouth of the utmost cave, medium to the mouth of the second cave, and kind of like long to the mouth of the cave that's all the way down.
Okay.
Yep. So you see, as you walk down, you can still see kind of that crane. Its cables coming down in front of you. Mookie is through like corrugated steel walkway that you're kind of walking on. You can kind of see down, and you see like way down, and there's like bubbling magma way down there, extreme down, more than extreme down. It doesn't smell great as you walk down into this area. Mookie's kind of looking up at you through the corrugated steel walkway, and the loud clomping of a very tall, hulking Vrakin behind you with each stab of his staff along the steel walkway. He gives kind of a little like
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he'll head into the cave with the Vrakin then at some point.
All right, and it is dark as night, pitch black.
He'll pull out his gun and try and use his red eye scope to try and see if he can get any sort of sense of the 3D layout, 3D rendering of the space.
Sure. And kind of at the front of the cave, he he kind of like shines that thing down into the cave, and it just kind of like, that beam just you can tell as you kind of wave it around the cave that you're kind of like there's a long kind of, it's just long, it goes in. You can see there's like wall to one side, wall to the other, ceiling above. As you shine your red light, it kind of bounces off wall, ceiling, floor. When you shine it straight ahead, it just kind of goes. It doesn't seem to encounter anything. It just kind of goes and then eventually dissipates in its magnitude.
Okay. I'm gonna try and mouth, or not. I'm gonna kind of look at the Braddock's and kind of go like, can you see any of this? Like try and try and get him to understand what I'm asking here. Can you see in the dark?
And it just kind of like, it kind of looks at you like blinking. It doesn't quite. I don't know if it quite understands what you're trying to do.
Does anybody have a light source over the comms? Anybody have a light source? It's really dark in this cave.
No.
Mm-mm.
No destiny to
I
flip
have
either.
my cyber scanner. I have my cyber scanner in my arm.
What does that do? Just scans the area?
Scans the area for medium range detection that displays data. Can show nearby motion, life forms, energy signatures, and other common targets as desired. That's all I got for you, though.
Like a clicking sound.
I can drive the mech up there.
Yeah.
You hear that clicking sound? It's just like
Right.
Can you?
Are you clicking?
click,
Yeah,
click, click,
I'm
click.
clicking.
Ted, that would be awesome.
I'll drive up there.
Somebody's playing Minesweeper and just clicking away.
All right, so I'll attempt to drive the mech up, or the big
Yep, and
thing.
you've shown that you have mastery of this thing at this point. It's not a very difficult walk. Now that you've kind of figured out how to drive this thing, so you can head up there.
Okay. And I'll shine the lights into the cave.
All right. And you see. Let's move to cave Anoit. And roll 20. And you kind of bring that thing in, and with it you can see kind of down the hallway. Kind of you see down the hallway, and your light kind of stops there, looking from the. I presume you're kind of at the front of the cave entrance right now, looking in.
Yep.
And that's kind of what you see. You see a long hallway down, and your light's magnitude kind of dissipates in the distance.
You guys want some backup before you head in there? There's a droid and some troopers in the one down below. Your mic's off. Roquan, are you mouthing something to me?
Oh, sorry, I was doing doing hand signs to the Radix. Do you think that since this is storage, there'd be anyone in this? I mean, it doesn't seem like it, but
You could grab that detonate.
that's the plan. But
Oh.
who knows how far in there it is too.
Mm-hmm.
Mookie comes in. She says, I think the system's being overridden. I think they know exactly where we're at. Just a FYI update from the computer monitor.
Is that your way of saying hurry up?
Yeah.
Well, at least they have a sitting duck right in the middle of the cave there.
That's what I'm worried about.
Watch out!
Mookie's actually going to leave the computer because I don't think she can. She knows she's being overridden. She's done what she can on the computer, I think. And so she's going to climb up to the first cave where Roquan's at.
Well, Vod, if you want to head up, you can. But I think for the sake of time, maybe you guys should just head down there, try and free whatever's down there, and we'll check this out and get the hell out of here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then
So-
we won't be able to see.
I
You got
nothing for
a
ya.
point. Wait, maybe
Let's
maybe
just all
this
stick together.
maybe this trooper helmet has a light on it. Vod kind of fishes around on the scout trooper helmet for any buttons and tries to see if something can turn on. I mean, they were in the dark, weren't they?
They were in the dark. They must have had something.
Actually, can I see with this mask on in the dark?
So you are the system that's this the optical array on this thing has a power pack that
I disabled with my axe when it
it's like
sliced through his neck.
it's part of the full, it's part of the full unit, but this the helmet itself isn't giving you much help.
Okay. God, let me look at my backpack. I don't know what I've got here.
You think you can see if Bug Eater can, what's your little guy there called? Help you translate? See if
BG
they
Eater,
know?
Bug Eater.
Yeah, maybe they can see.
I am sorry, sir. I have been programmed with translation capability that is modifiable, but otherwise I have no other utility, and I apologize for my general one-trick robotness.
Damn it! To come all this way and be stopped by the darkness.
Team, let's just all regroup. Let's stick together. We have one light source. Let's just all explore the caves together.
Ah,
How about that?
That is why you're our leader, Buck.
We can go up where, if you're already heading up there, we can go up there. If we can go down, I'd like to go down.
As long as you guys are okay with leaving some of them behind if they're in that bottom cave, because we gotta get out of here. I don't know if we have time to do both, do we?
I think if we follow our leader's suggestion.
We definitely have time to sit around and talk about it, though.
Exactly.
Where to, Buck?
Let's go down.
All right.
Alright.
Follow Buck.
I'm gonna drive the mech down.
I'll follow.
Okay. I follow.
So you guys are
Doc.
leaving the mouth of the cave at the top, and you're going down to the bottommost one now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And the seven remaining Vratics are just kind of like standing out on the corrugated steel walkway, just kind of like watching. You guys went up, and now you're heading down, and so they're just kind of standing in the middle, kind of watching all this happening.
We're gonna tell him or Vod's gonna ring Bug Eater over and say, "Hey, tell the bugs to head home, or at least to get out of this pit. Go up to the top and wait for us there. We'll handle this."
And they look at you, and they say, you are very kind. You are like a savior to us. We appreciate all that you have done. And they walk and they walk away from you up to the top.
All right, are we at the mouth of the cave?
Yep. So you guys are all together at the bottommost cave. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. And what are you doing at that mouth?
Ted, can you shine some light?
Looking.
Yeah, I'm
Looking
gonna
in.
shine the light and kind of be right around the center of the group, moving
Alright.
forward into this cave.
All right. So you guys come down to the mouth of this cave down here, and you're all together right now. Anyone right now who is not wearing any kind of respirator, I want you to do a hard resilience check.
We had enough respirators, I think, for everyone.
No, Ted's got his on, and he's inside the Mac.
Roquan
Ted-
does not have
Ted's-
one on, though.
Sealed up. I don't
Well,
recall. I don't
Buck
recall
has, like-
Roquan putting one on.
No, he's not one on.
It's all right. Buck has like 3 of them.
Oh, no.
Roquan, after this resilience check.
Well,
can
2.
Success, 1 threats.
All right. The gases, aren't getting you right now. The gases are haven't built up enough to cause you to have a strain, but you're down pretty low, and the heat is beginning to bother you a little bit, Roquan. So you're going to take 1 strain from the heat.
Okay.
Roquan, take this.
Okay, thanks, Buck.
Sorry.
I'm gonna rub it off on my sleeve, try and clean it up.
Yeah, this is like still like there's still like oopy goopy like mucoid drippings from this thing that's been in Vradic's mouth for a while.
Does it taste like bacta, Roquan?
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Mookie's gonna hop into the hunchback with Ted. Hey Ted, you mind if I scooch in here too?
Yeah, plenty of room.
Great.
All right, and you guys are you're kind of at the mouth of this cave and peering in, and you can kind of see like the other ones. It's kind of a tunnel down the way.
Mind moving on in there at the light, Ted?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep on going.
We'll be at your side.
So kind of like
tunnel's wide enough.
Can we
It's kinda
flank
like
kind of
Ted-
behind him? Yeah.
Ted is kind of leading the way right now in point. Is that Ted with Mookie in the cockpit with him? Is that what you guys are doing?
Yeah.
All right. And you let's get some are you guys in Roll20 right now?
Yeah.
Just as you're kind of getting further into the cave, let's just get your characters up in here. Up in here.
Oh yeah.
I'll get the
Why am I so wide?
Vod's in stealth in the dark. Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Is Roquan getting claustrophobic?
Is he? Is he?
Tiny tunnels.
Is he kind of afraid of the dark? Afraid of
He
tunnels?
doesn't. No, he doesn't
Small
love
space.
small spaces, but he to him it doesn't look like it's small because the light's just being shown straight ahead. So he's assuming it's a big cave
Okay.
until he's shown otherwise.
Okay. But like with that, that might be something that would kind of freak him out.
Yeah,
space.
I mean, I wish I didn't have to admit that, but yeah.
I don't know if I know that about Rook Wine, so I like that. All right, good to know. So you kind of seeing ahead of yourself here down the hall. And let's get some narration from Buck. What are you doing?
Buck wants to walk right alongside the hunchback as we go in, just kind of step by step. He's trying to see along the walls where maybe there was some veins they've been mining. He's equally interested in these glowstones that try to take some back for use for the rebellion.
All right. And Ted, are you guys kind of like progressing forward?
Yeah, till I see anything. It's kind of.
So you kind of find yourself you kind of tromping forward, and you guys keep moving down the hall. And 1 second here, let's kind of say Ted moving forward like he says he is. He's kind of moving further up the hallway, and kind of finds himself in a room that looks like a larger atrium. And in that he can see like there's like a couple. You've kind of gotten a larger atrium now. In this room, it looks similar to the cave you're previously in. There's like kind of steel buttresses against the ceiling. The ceiling has like kind of cracks in it and fissures and rock that even just sitting still, like some dust is coming down from it. The room is very hot. It's a hot room that if you weren't wearing a respirator would be pretty noxious in here. Said that word funny. And it's got this room just has like kind of rocks on the ground, dust, rubble, gravel, and but it's a larger room.
Is it being lit right now with like beams from the hunchback only?
Yeah, there's no lights in here, so it's just like this is kind of the overall kind of sweep of the room that I presume Ted has kind of done, like looking here, but so you have a sense of where things are, but when the beam is not there, it's quite dark.
This place gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Let's keep going.
Are there any ways
keep
out?
Sweeping
Sweep
the walls.
It's just rock, steel pillars in here. The rock looks like kind of similar rocky outcroppings you've seen all over this place, little boulders and things like that. It kind of has this like slate gray appearance, and nothing necessarily interesting about it. It's just this room has a lot of mass. This room is the ceiling here has been hollowed out, probably about 9, 10, 11, 12 feet tall. Tall enough for the strider or the hunchback is in here. It's got a little bit of clearance to its head, and this room is otherwise probably this area as you're scanning it like 20 feet to a side, and then the light kind of reflects down you can kind of tell as you're making your sweeps, like there's a little like shadowing here and a little shadowing here that look like, it kind of like goes deeper in those two areas as you're making these sweeps.
We'll go to those deeper areas. The left one first.
All right. And you guys get to, kind of march and I apologize, Ted, I'm just kind of moving the hunchback there. And as you shine the light down, you see kind of like as the hunchback like looks down the hall, you kind of see walls on either side, kind of a similar like, tunnel like you kind of first initially kind of came in, and it looks like it goes kind of deeper in, deeper down. There's actually kind of a slant that feels like it's kind of goes down kind of into the earth more.
Mm-hmm.
And you can kind of see that that's kind of what your beam sees straight ahead.
Buck, you want us to keep going?
Let's keep going.
All right. We'll head down this way.
Anyone seen Roquan? Oh, I hear him coming. Stay up here, Roquan. It's dark. You're scaring me.
Yeah, the light, like anything kind of behind the hunchbacks, very quickly is lost. Not necessarily lost, but looking to your left and your right and behind you and above you and below you, as soon as the hunchbacks kind of walked past you, it gets really dark. And
Gotcha.
all right, you're progressing down this hallway.
Yes.
All right. And why is that clicker not clicking? There we go. And you come down this hallway, and as you walk down, the light is cast into this room, and you see in this room that you kind of cast a beam like straight ahead, and in this room you see as your light initially makes a sweep in this room, you see in front of you on their knees 10 Vratics. And as your light sweeps into this room, reflecting off of the off the walls and etc., you see 1 second. You see four trooper looking people as you sweep your light in here, standing behind the Vratics with their rifles right on their heads, pointed right at them. And you see in front of the Vratics a 1 second. You see a hollow sprout up in front of the Vratics, and it looks like this hollow kind of that blue kind of wavery white light comes up, and it's larger than life. It's like an 8-foot tall hollow in front of the Vratics, and behind the Vratics are these troopers with guns aimed right at their heads. And with that, I am going to take a quick restroom break, and I advise you to do the same if you would like, and I will reconvene in just a few minutes here.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Actually, you could be one of those professional, like sound, people that do sound for movies and stuff.
Yep.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Spectacular.
You are a Foley artist. That's good.
the wind blowing.
Spectacular.
Sorry, some of that clicking, I was adding some stickers. It's ridiculous. I made this one as well. Here's a sticker.
That's good.
Where is it?
I just put it
nice,
in-
nice.
Yeah.
Is that Vader vomiting?
He's spitting coffee out.
Oh, he's spitting coffee out.
You gotta make that one a little bigger.
Those helmets would be a shitty place to vomit.
Yes.
And you know it's happened to the stormtrooper at least once or twice.
Sure.
No.
I bet we'll see it. I bet we'll see it in one of the expanded universe things.
It's bound to come up.
It's got to, right?
Drip out the helmet.
Oh gosh.
They just keep humanizing them.
All right, we all ready for this?
So ready.
All right. Sorry, thanks for letting me take a break. I needed to just kind of,
Pull a VOD.
get evil. All right. Are we all back?
Yeah.
All right. In the 1 second. So you guys are in roll 20. Like, what's kind of the this is a tunnel that's like this is a tight tunnel. Ted and Mookie are in the advanced ship, kind of at the front, and I think you guys have been kind of like World War I soldiers, like running, with a tank. You guys are kind of all like up on the tank, up on the Hunchback. Is that right? You're kind of gathered with it, gathered close.
Can you take that snap to grid off or not for roll 20s? So we can kind of bunch up, or I don't know.
Yeah, I can. I think I sure can.
You can always press Alt, I think, as you're moving. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm right next to you now.
There we go. Let me do a little. Ah, yes. Oh,
And I took grid off. So you guys are all kind of like you guys are all kind of bunched up around the Hunchback, so you can see. Is that right?
Yes.
Buck, are you? Is Buck here? Can't see. Yep, Buck's here.
Yeah.
You're up with them as well.
I'm up there.
All right, you guys are all
Oh,
kind of gathered around this thing. Just making sure, no surprises. And so I would say as the Hunchback kind of walks into this room, kind of at the at the end of the tunnel, looking into this room opening up, short to it is this hollow that's a little larger than life. So it's like 7-8 feet tall, hollow of this guy is kind of projected as it kind of pops up and projects as you walk into this room. That's kind of short to you. Medium to you are this like line of 10 Vratics kind of bunched together, kind of with their heads slunched forward, down on their knees, and behind those 10 are kind of like those kind of two groups of as the lights flashes up on them, looks like kind of cave troopers, and you see kind of 4 of them total, and that's kind of what you see as you enter this room, and the hollow pops up, and it's got a booming voice that is being projected from this, and it's like I would, you Kurds. You are quite persistent in your meddlings. I am impressed with your ability to take care of this base, but trust me, reinforcements will be here soon, and this will be a losing endeavor to be sure. Roquan, Muki Mozu, Ted Yedman, Tovad Reclue, and Buck Blitzer, as you call yourself. Well, trust the Empire knows who you are, and will find you. You will not win. But I must ask, why so much interest in these stinking insects? I am not so interested in them, and why I would offer you an exchange. You can sit as my cave troopers, execute them in front of you, or if their freedom is so important to you, why, I will gladly let them free, and you 5 can become the prisoners here. And I would happily let them trot back to their tribe and continue making that disgusting goop. It is your choice. But if you do not answer soon, why, my cave troopers will execute them.
Let me. Who are you anyway?
You should know me. I'm Gus Vermeil, the commander of this installation, and soon to be the supervisor of your willing capture or certain death. Perhaps both.
Well, you didn't get all of our names right. I'll just tell you that. You think you know so much. Here's the riddle for you, though.
Yeah.
Who did you get wrong? I'll give you the count of 5 before I walk right through your hologram and flip my excrement at you.
Cave troopers, prepare to fire. 5.
Yeah.
4.
I think you can let these bugs go.
You are willing to become the prisoners instead?
We'll play that game, yeah. Hey, Bug Eater, come here. Vod whispers, tell the Vratics to fight back when we fight.
Are you saying that in you've kind of stepped forward and you are talking to the hollow right now? Are you saying that quietly, or how are you?
Quietly, very just a little quiet whisper to the Bug Eater.
Stage.
So you kind of stealthily Bug Eater's kind of following you right now. I'm just kind of getting the image here.
Yep.
All right. Your ability to say that. Let's do an average stealth check to see if you're able to get that command without catching the attention of the rest of the crew here.
Okay.
Without it being a full stage whisper.
Yes. Attack them.
4 success, 1 threat.
You are able to relay that to Bug Eater. Yes. And so Bug Eater is like says that to the Vratics, and they kind of chitter amongst themselves kind of quietly, and the threat is the one of the groups of the cave troopers that are in here realizes that like something's up and is a little more vigilant to something happening. Something doesn't seem right here. It's tense for everybody. And so they're kind of feeling a little boosted. All right. He's kind of counting down. You know, you can give yourself up and become the prisoners, and I will gladly let the Vratics go, or we will execute them in front of you. And he's kind of begun this countdown, and Vod stepped up and did that thing. Let's go around the horn. As he's doing that countdown, Roquan, what are you doing?
You're muted.
Thanks. I'm gonna just kind of pull out my gun, kind of discreetly level it, but pay attention to what Buck signs for us to do.
Mookie, what are you up to?
Mookie's putting together a little concoction for Ted, and he's gonna do a little improved stim application, which is gonna really give Ted a nice boost, or it's gonna increase. It's gonna increase one characteristic by one for the encounter.
Ooh.
And since Ted is next to me, Ted gets the application.
Sure. So you're kind of like you're in the cockpit, kind of like you've been kind of working on this as you've been coming down the hall.
Yeah.
And you're like, shit, stuff's about ready to hit the fan.
Yeah.
All right.
This.
Am I supposed to drink this?
Yep. Drink it up.
What?
Right. I think
Where did
improved stim application. I think is you apply a stim pack to Ted, and it does. Do you know your talent? I could go grab a book and look up talent.
This is improved, so I'm gonna make a medicine check. Ted, you're gonna take one strain, and it's gonna be a difficult degree of difficulty.
Awesome. Can I go look up the talent really quick so we make sure we roll it right? All right.
So Ted takes a strain either way.
I'm gonna walk up and slash at these guys. When I get close, I'm gonna just whack them.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll probably
Well,
get shot dead.
Maybe we trust them and we just become their prisoners.
Jeff, are you just gonna jab me?
Yeah. Here's some.
No warning. What'd you just do to me?
I didn't think about your strain level. I haven't looked it up. I hope you're okay.
I'm fine. At the moment.
Puts him over.
Right.
Where did that one?
He immediately passes out.
Yeah. Good timing, Mookie.
You just pass
The
out at the
hunchback
controls
starts-
and like the
Yeah. The hunchback starts leaning.
Yeah. So right on. You're like you make a hard medicine check, and are you gonna stab him with a stim pack as you're doing this, or kind of?
Yeah. Do I have to use the stim pack then? Right?
Yeah, no, I don't think you do. I think you just have to have access to like medical things. So you narrated it perfectly.
Okay.
You narrate it perfectly, and it's going to be hard. And if you're successful with this medicine check, exactly, he's going to go up a single characteristic.
Can I let Ted choose what that is?
I think you can. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so here it goes.
You're not gonna upgrade that?
All right, 5 successes and 2 advantages. I think the 2 advantages is gonna actually, instead of Ted taking a strain, it's gonna neutralize that, so he's not gonna take the strain.
All right.
Sure. 2 advantages to do that. Yeah. You were able to do that. That's yeah, sure. Yeah, you've been kind of like brewing that kind of up the hallway. You've been getting that one under your belt. So sure, successful. Nice. Ted, what are you gonna do? What characteristic are you going to apply that to?
Ah, blue Jacoby's balls, Mookie. I'm gonna apply that to my agility. It's kind of hyping me up. I'm like, whoa, what'd you just do?
That puts your agility at 6.
That's 6, yeah.
Oh my
Just
God.
warn me before you jab me with things, man.
Oh, sorry,
I mean, woman.
we didn't have much time, Ted. I had to make.
Look at me. Look at this stuff. Yeah, you're feeling very agile right now. Great. This count, like that's kind of happening as you're hearing this booming hollow yelling these numbers counting down. We've heard from, I don't think we've heard from Buck. Buck, what are you doing as you're seeing this situation unfold in front of you?
Buck gets on his comm link to his buddies and he whispers, "Everybody shoot on 2."
Right. And
he reaches for his blaster.
Awesome. Yep. And Vod, what are you up to?
Vod walks forward with, like, he's got his vibroax kind of resting on his shoulders, and he's like, so you want us to, and he's walking, just casually trying to close the distance. You want us to dig over here? And he's like walking past the Vratics. Is this where I'm supposed to kneel? And you can interrupt me wherever you would stop me, but
in the countdown, I would say like you could probably get. I'm trying to do this in a way that's giving you guys all a chance to like do a little bit of something as this is happening.
Yeah.
I would say like he's counting down rather rapidly. I would say he would get to if Vod starts walking a short distance towards where the hollow is. By 5, Vod would be like at the hollow. Let's say that.
But to be clear, we told him that we were going to replace them. Like, we made our decision.
I didn't quite catch that.
Okay, that's what Vod was trying to say. Of like, yeah, we'll take their spots.
You will take their places?
Yeah, sure. And that's where I'm kind of like, where do I dig?
Stop where you are walking and get down on your knees. All of you.
Bud? What you doing?
Turn off the hunchback.
Is it lit in here from something else?
It is not.
Okay.
I'm
Vod.
not paying attention. Begin the countdown. 5. Shoot in 5. 4.
Vod's gonna sprint forward and attack a cave trooper.
So you are just like beginning to rush the. So those things are like medium. The troopers are like medium away from you. You're beginning to just kind of like storm at them now as he's beginning his countdown.
Yeah.
All right. Let's all everybody roll a vigilance check.
Ooh-wee.
Can I roll cool for this? Since it's like a pretty tense situation? Like we're getting ready for combat, or
Yeah, the reason I said vigilance was there was like some there was some like it wasn't like you guys were like laying in wait for a trap, like waiting for a fight. It was kind of like what are we doing here?
got it.
And then
Okay.
and then what just happened was like, you know, you saw in front of the headlights like Vod is like running towards him. Roll a cool. Go for it. It's fine.
Oh, okay. I mean, it doesn't matter.
I said vigilance, but roll a cool. Just do it. Roll your initiative roll. What you feel is important. I don't have a great argument.
You wore him down. Are you happy, Tex?
No. I'm gonna use my vigilance.
The reason I said vigilance is you guys didn't seem like totally united because of what you walked into in terms of like what the hell is going on. It's kind of like you're all kind of reacting to each other's reaction right now.
Got it.
And that's how I kind of felt like it's a vigilant moment. Like, what the hell's
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, Buck's like, Buck said shoot on 2, and then Vod just ran in. So we were
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Roquan, what did you roll?
It's way down. It was leggy. Just one success.
1. Okay.
I think I'm done with the .r thing. Or exclamation mark roll, that's what I meant.
Yeah, I don't even know what mine are showing up.
It's
Yeah.
taking a while, isn't it?
Yeah, weird.
And these are 4 cave troopers or 4 groups?
So there's 2 groups of 2 cave troopers here.
Okay.
And so there's a couple other initiative things that are being rolled right now that I just want to get on the list.
Okay, so it's PPNN PPNP.
PPNN PPNP.
Correct.
And all right. There should be one more. Let me say it one more time. There's PPNN PPNP.
Yeah, I only have 3 NPCs. Is there another one?
There should be one more, and
there's a 0. Oh no, I got the 03, the 20, and the 21.
So there's.
One of them took a while.
I'm gonna the ones.
There's a 2-2.
The ones that I rolled were. Golly gee.
Was there a 2-2? I don't have a 2-2.
Yeah, it's up right by Roquan's roll.
Okay. So let me.
There's a 2-2 for Ian.
So.
Oh wait, I thought that was the top one.
The GM rolled a 2-1, a 0-3, a 2.
And a 2-2.
And there's a 2. I don't see
right
that
at it.
2, but yep, there it is. And
It's right by.
Yep. 2-2-2-1-0-3.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. Okay,
2-0.
so, and the tie goes to the NPC or the PC.
Tie goes to PC.
So P. Then there's 3 N's after the first 2 P's. PPNNN PPNP.
Excellent. And yes, so in this room, the hollow was short to all you guys in the door, and medium to all you is the Vratics on their knees. Behind these Vratics are cave troopers with guns leveled at the Vratics, and yeah, and action.
And Vod is medium distance from.
The kind of Vradix cave trooper thing.
Okay. I'm going to maneuver one closer to. Am I short now?
You went from you're short now, yeah.
And do I have to use my? No, I can strain to take an extra maneuver. And then still have an action. Okay. I'm going to strain to be engaged with this troop. Strain twice.
Yep, that's a minion group of 2. Yep.
And I'm swinging like holy get out.
Yep, right on.
And I'm roaring like, Bug Eater now! Like, that's my incidental little yell. If that's okay.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm going to strain. I'm going to strain 2 times. No, I'm going to strain 3 times. What the hell? And upgrade my attack. 1, 2, and then a green. No boosts or setbacks.
Yeah, I mean, you right now with the way the hunchback is, there's a lot of shadows in this room and whatnot, but it is shining light into this room in a cone on all of this, so you can see them. You are yeah,
Okay.
no setbacks right now.
Okay.
And I'll flip a destiny.
Do you want to? What does that do? Make it more difficult?
That'll make it an RP.
Okay. All right, let me roll. Oh, that's my kind of roll.
That's a good roll.
Okay, so Vod swings for 10, 14 damage, and he gets actually another advantage, so because of my superior weapon. So I have 4 advantage. What happens when you crit on a minion group? You can't, right?
You know,
they die.
It kills a minion. It kills a minion thing.
So I can spend a crit. I can crit.
Takes out a minion.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll spend one of my advantage then to crit and kill one of them, and I'll use the other 3 to recover. So yeah, Vod comes in roaring, and this time trying not to damage the, sever the head off to prevent a malfunction in the suit. So he's like really kind of aiming at guts right in the belly, slashing at these 2 troopers, whirling around, kind of holding my axe by the very end, and just spinning, vibromotor humming.
And you hit for 14.
For 14, correct.
That minion group it's gone.
Sliced
Kill
2 of them.
2.
Oh my god.
2 of them are sliced and dead.
Okay.
In the blink of Gus Vermeil's eye.
Oh my god.
Gus Vermeil.
And I'm gonna put the Vratics kind of at the end of the initiative order. Kind of a special NPC at the end.
Okay. Z.
And then both those the next PC.
Here's a question: how big is this room?
It
pretty
is
small?
30 feet. Well, what you can see, this room is like 30 feet deep to the wall. You really can't see horizontal, kind of side to side, because the beam of the light only kind of goes in a cone.
Yeah.
You know, kind of, you're limited by that.
And the minion group up towards the top of the cave troopers is about medium from where we're at.
They're medium, kind of from the hunchback. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. They
Buck's,
are.
Yeah, Buck's on the ground. He will kind of maneuver in the room. He'll kind of actually go down towards Bod to spend a regular maneuver just to create some distance down here. Where's my guy? There he is. Like kind of down here.
Can you move yours? There you go.
And then shoot at some of the cave troopers up there.
All right. So you kind of went
Can you do that?
short into the room, which would make you short to the cave troopers. I am going to say that they are engaged with the Vratics, and it's kind of in front of them.
Okay.
And so, because for all assumptions, these Vratics are allies in this situation. That's going to be like shooting into engaged. So it'll be upgraded
It's
one.
just upgraded.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And your gun makes the difficulty one harder because it's broke.
More difficult and upgraded.
Yep. And I'm gonna say, like, shooting in this room, because of the shadows and the lights coming from it's a, you know, this room is lit very oddly with the one light of the hunchback. So it's gonna be one setback on kind of the lighting for shooting.
Okay. He'll shoot it. Take the risky shot. Nope.
And
It was a miss.
It bounces off the ceiling and misses them. They both saw this guy come kind of streaking across, and he's like, "You are very well lit by the light," and they saw you kind of blasted them, so they're like they noticed that, and they realize that you're a threat to them as you're shooting, so they're gonna take a boost.
Yeah.
On their return fire.
Imagine these casting these like big shadows or something in this room from the hunchback. Throws him off. Can't hit it.
And the all right, NPC, and then there's who is farthest back in line right now?
I think.
Or are you guys all kind of in a group? Go ahead, Buck.
Sorry, was there 3 P's to start, or where were?
I've got PPNNN PPNP.
Oh, okay.
And the last N is dead. So the order should be PPNNN PPP and then a B.
My mistake.
Right. And who's farthest kind of back in line of the group of you guys right now?
Well, Ted and Mookie are in the hunchback, so it's probably Roquan.
So it'd be like Roquan's
Yep.
farthest back because the other two have charged forward.
That sounds right.
Yeah. And so Roquan sees, or more, he hears as it's very dark behind him, just kind of like a, and he sees behind him kind of like light bouncing off the floor and the walls behind him, and on the walls to his side, and he sees kind of like walking up behind him a droid that kind of looks like have you guys played the game BioShock?
Oh, yeah.
Like the big daddies. So it's got like a big front windowy looking face, and it's got 2 arms and 2 legs. It's bulky and tall. It's about like 6.5 feet tall, and it's just kind of like marching up the way. It's got 2 lights on its head, kind of like Big Daddy's, that cast kind of like a flashlight amount of cone of light in front of itself, and it and the next NPC, a louder sound, come about medium behind Roquan. This other creature that has these large hands in front of it, just kind of these large, like almost like open looking palms. But this thing is as tall, if not a little taller than Hunchback, and these 2 things are kind of like coming at you like down the tunnel, and they're medium to you, and that was the next 2 ends, just like maneuvering at you, and the last end, those guys that Buck leveled and shot at are short to Buck, and they're going to return fire back at him.
Sorry, is that second robot even bigger?
Yes. So one's about like 6'5", and the other one's about like 11. And they're like Roquan would be the one that kind of sees these things coming up the hall, beginning to come up the hall, and the little cave troopers level their weapons at Buck. Buck, are you doing anything?
Well, I haven't been shot at in a while. I'm wondering how long, like, my power armor's battery would even last. It doesn't really say.
I think
we've been like, can you just stay
it's
on the whole time? Like,
you guys, you kind of turned that stuff on like about 2 hours ago, and I presume you've kind of been like toggling it off and on. This battle, kind of. I think it still has ample power unless otherwise stated at this point.
Okay. Right. I think going down into that, we've been in battles, so I assume it's probably still on. But if there comes a point where it's like, yeah, you've had it on for like hours, it probably would shut down.
Yeah, sure.
So
maybe it takes like lesser advantage to shut it down eventually or something.
Right.
I think with the like on again off, this hasn't been. I think I would say if you still have it on, it's still on.
Yeah. Okay. I would say it's still on since we've been coming down here in fights. So that would be 2 setbacks.
Yep, and they're gonna take a setback because they are trying to blast you, and they're kind of like shooting around these Vratics at this point, and they are shooting short range at you. Yep, I think this is about right. So they're gonna take 3 setbacks, and they're going to fire at Buck. My rolls are slow. Sorry, guys. Jeez.
Oh.
They hit for 10.
Say that again.
They hit for 10.
10.
Jesus.
Ooh.
That hurt.
And they're feeling good about themselves, like getting a shot off and hitting something in the dark, but no advantages. Doesn't really that shield suit still has some power left. All right, next PC.
So does Ted notice the two robots behind him? The two droids?
Your the sensors on the hunchback do.
Okay.
You're
I think
like
he'll turn.
Yep.
Will it take a maneuver to turn this thing around, or?
I think it would be that would be the purvey of that reposition maneuver. I think you could say that is that what it's called, the reposition?
Yeah, reposition.
You would leave us all in the dark, though.
It will. When you turn around, your beam will go a different way. But yes, the reposition in kind of the space that you're in, you could turn 180 in that reposition maneuver.
Okay. Are those droids shining light? I can't tell if they're shining light.
As you incidentally like look over your shoulder in the little kind of there is a little window in the back of the hunchback, and you can see like there's just kind of like light that's kind of like come around the corner. That's about medium behind you, so maybe like 30 feet behind you. You're like, the heck is that? And you you can you can sense that's there's light. And then you look down at your sensors on the hunchback, and you're like, oh man, those are things coming up on us.
Yeah. All right.
I think there's enough sensory and technological data that you're like, we got bogeys coming up at my 6 right now.
Yeah, and the tractor beam's front facing.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll not reposition and instead take my maneuver to open the hatch and lean out and shoot at the group of the minions.
Yep.
There you go.
And they're medium to you. They're engaged with the Vratics. You can see them. The shadows make just all shots shooting in here is like one setback, just kind of gnarly with the shadows and the weird lights.
Okay.
And you're and I'm gonna have you take one other setback because you're like leaning out. There's a door. You're trying to shoot past the hunchback. So I think there's a couple setbacks on this shot.
Okay. And then it's medium.
Medium.
Cool. And get a boost.
And I'm gonna flip a destiny.
Yep. RP. KK. With boost. All right. 2 success, 2 advantage, and a triumph. All right.
Wowie zowie.
Oh yeah, because 6 agility. That's right. Like Mookie has kept up on agility. That's nice.
Yeah. That's very nice. So that's 10 damage, and I will crit with the triumph and just like let loose on these guys.
Yeah. So crit one of them. I'll let you. How much damage do you do?
It's just 10.
10?
Yeah.
You tell me how you kill these 2 minions.
Yeah. Ted's just like leaning out the side, like that, kind of hanging down out of it, and he's just spraying the area, just back and forth, and it's just hitting their bodies, just a bloodbath.
He's in like Superman mode too, with like that extra.
Right, the extra. The juice.
He's like shooting their fingers off like one joint at a time. They're gone. You have pasted both those NPCs. They are dead.
And then the 2 advantage, I will I will use to do a free maneuver.
Yeah, you can do a 2 advantage free maneuver. You
And
haven't done 2 maneuvers yet.
No, I've done
Yep.
1.
Yep.
And I will reposition the mech to behind us. Because there are no more enemies in front of us, correct?
Right.
There are no more enemies in front of you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna reposition the mech to look at the 2 droids behind us. Yeah,
Nice.
the hunchback will look around.
So the room that has the Vratics and the down troopers has gone dark.
Yeah.
And the hunchback has turned around, and it is casting light now back down the hall. And Ted's eyes widen as he sees this about medium to him coming up the hall is this thing with gigantic hands spread in front of it, and this other thing that kind of has like it has kind of like a Big Daddy look to it. Not this illustration doesn't quite, and it's a little bit shorter, and both of them are kind of marching up the hall at you guys, and now you can see them very well as they're coming towards you. Next PC.
I guess that's Mookie, right?
Yeah.
It's or Roquan, right?
Oh yeah, Roquan.
Okay.
You got anything?
Not yet. What I was thinking is not going to happen, so I'm kind of trying to rethink what I want to do.
Okay. I don't know what to do here. Those guys are dead, though, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll go if you're wanting
No,
to.
you go. I'm still thinking.
Okay, so
Now the lights are facing the other way towards those robots, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So you guys are in the dark in that back room right now. The hollow has gone dark.
Mookie's gonna actually hop out of the hunchback, and she's going to that's her maneuver is
Yep.
hopping out. She's going to shoot her ion blaster at the robot that doesn't have the hand slaps.
And Mookie, I'm just gonna say this, like right at the beginning of the battle, you were doing like that amazing medicine check that you did on Ted.
Yeah.
So I am gonna call for another maneuver to like get your gun.
For the blaster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm going to actually hop out, not pull out my blaster.
Okay, one maneuver there.
And then I am going to. Can I take an action to move up over to Vod?
You kind of maybe remember where he would be medium to you.
Uh-huh.
You would now be running into a completely dark room where you can't see your hand in front of your face.
All right, so I take that back. I'm going to strain to pull out my blaster.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot at the non-slappy robot.
The shorter one.
The shorter one, yeah.
All right, and you are and what are you shooting with?
My ion blaster.
And that thing is medium up the hall from you.
Yeah.
The lights are still like it's difficult aiming in this area with the way this light is just coming from the hunchback, and you're aiming like over Roquan because he's ahead of you in the hallway. So medium range. I'm gonna have to take a couple setbacks on this and go for it.
What is medium? What does that do for the difficulty?
That would be PP.
PP. Okay, that's what I thought. I just, I don't fire very often.
It's all right.
PP and then 2 setbacks.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, great. I hit it. And I'm going to flip a destiny. And I'm going to use my anatomy lessons, my knowledge of kind of general machinery to really hit the
Droid
robot in the
anatomy.
right droid anatomy. And so that's going to add
5.
5. Damn.
Yeah.
Take that.
So what's the base damage of the gun?
Damage is 7.
The base damage of your gun is 7.
Yeah.
And then you add the 3 successes, so you just did a 10.
Mm-hmm.
And then you added 5 to that.
Yep, 15.
So you 15 ion energy flying right over Roquan's shoulder, down the hall.
And my incidental is Roquan duck.
Yeah. And all right. And it is you see kind of like remember what it looked like when the ion cannon fired from Hoth and it hit the Star Destroyer, and the Star Destroyer has this like kind of like shimmer of like blue go through it. That's what you see. The construction droid or this droid that's walking towards you doesn't fall, but it kind of and has this like these like whitish blue lines kind of go up and down through it from that shot. And the two threats are in shooting that thing. It's shocked its systems greatly, and that caused its drive to amplify, and it's going to take a free maneuver down the hall at you. It like made its legs kind of like spasm that like made it kind of jump forward. So now it's kind of like short to you guys coming down the hall.
I can't do another maneuver, can I?
No, you have to take 2 strain for the fact that you did that second maneuver.
Yeah.
And you've done 2 maneuvers this turn.
Are you next to Vod? Did you run that way?
He didn't. He just got. She just got out of the thing. So yeah,
okay.
she's.
You can
Yeah,
reposition
it kind of-
her or whatever.
Yeah, just jumped out, and she's like medium. Was medium to it. It advanced, so now it's kind of short to the whole operation.
I imagine Mookie, as the hunchback turned around, I thought she kind of hopped out from the left, but that was just in my own head.
Sure.
Can you
Yeah, you're out
reposition
to
her?
the hunchback.
On roll 20,
Yeah.
just for my brain.
So I was thinking she's kind of like right here-ish or there-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next PC. Last PC.
So Roquan is engaged with the one and short to the flapjack flipper, right?
It's short. You're medium to the flapjack flipper. You're now short to the one that Mookie just shot.
Short to okay. Okay. I'm gonna reach out my hand and try and bind the creatures.
These are 2. So which one are you trying to bind?
Well, I'm not sure yet, but the one in front is kind of the one I'm aiming at. The one short to me for now. I won't know until I have my pool.
Yeah, you're tapping into the tapping into the force. Yeah. What do you feel? What are you feeling as you tap into the force?
Yeah, he's going to. Let's see, Roka. Quick sidebar: if we don't have a destiny, we do have destiny, don't we?
Yeah.
We do. All right. Yeah, I'm feeling desperate, so I decide to. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, so just with the one in short, I'm going to bind him. So I'm going to bind him, and then I'm also going to increase the strength of it. So he's going to be disoriented and immobilized for 1 turn. So setback to any of his checks, and then no maneuver. And then he will suffer 2 strain since they're 2 dark pips. And then I'll also suffer 2 strain, I believe. Right?
Yeah, so you flip a destiny, and Mookie didn't flip her destiny, so you actually like both your destinies are flipped. It's a straight dark destiny block right now. And you'll take 2 strain. You're gonna take 2 conflict for that. And so you gave it 2 strain, and you pushed it back a range band.
No, I didn't push it back at all. He stays where
Okay.
he is, but he's immobilized.
Yep.
And then he's also disorient 1.
Okay.
Nice, Roquan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not 2 strain. It's 2 wound. My bad.
Okay.
If that
Yeah,
makes
you kind of
difference.
crushed its outer kind of droid shell.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah, you saw like.
Yep.
Like
And
when Anakin crushes the Techno Union droid with his
Exactly.
Yeah, you're seeing that.
And it's actually till the end of my next turn, not for 1 turn. It's till the end of my next turn. So and then for my maneuver, I am going to hightail it behind behind the little handicap guy there. Our hunchback.
All right, so you're kind of behind that. You're medium to the thing that you're binding right now, and you're kind of medium to the other one. Oh no, wait,
I'm medium to this, halfway along to the other one.
Yeah, it was short to you, and you didn't push it back, and you were kind of all. I think it's still it was short to the hunchback as well. You're all kind of in this middle. You're in this little stew of all of you there. So the flapjack hand is medium. The bound thing is short and ain't moving. And you kind of retreated just behind the hunchback.
I want to go as far back as I can. So if I can go back to around the corner for a short, I'd like to do that. You know.
Yeah. You're going back short. Exactly. Now you're medium to it. Yep.
Cool.
Yep. And halfway to. Yep. Exactly.
That's the real goal.
Perfect. And the Vrakin, they all like they kind of like look behind them, and they stand up in the dark. They begin. They see the lights that the hunchback is sending down the hallway, and they move up to the they kind of like stagger up towards the hunchback. As light twinkle, as you see light on them as they get closer and kind of to the side of the hunchback, you see that they're having a hard time kind of like moving very well because they're all chained together with these collars around their necks, and so they're kind of around the hunchback, but they're all still kind of chained and held together as well. So it's kind of this mass Veradics up, moving up towards the Hunchback. And top of the order, first PC.
Can Mookie take another shot at the same robot that she just shot? She's gonna take another.
Yeah, so it's kind of like steaming and popping, and Roquan kind of has it in his grasp, and you are short to it.
Sorry, I had to let my dog out. Oh shoot, I don't have any destiny. Okay. Yellow, and then purple.
You're short, so it's just going to be purple.
Purple. Okay. And is there a setback because of the light?
Yeah, the light's messing with your eyes. You're going to take one setback on this one, but it's short to you now.
All right.
And you did get the setback for mine, right?
What's that?
Since he has disorient 1, it's setback to his checks, so that means he gets a.
Oh, that's when he
Or
does.
is that just for his checks?
He doesn't get a check yet. Yep.
Okay, I gotcha.
Oh, okay. Okay. Mookie hits for 7.
Yeah, and
+2.
you see the thing like, and it goes, and its head explodes off, and its body collapses down to the floor.
And Mookie, blows the imaginary smoke off the ion blaster, and she says, "It looks like he lost the will to function."
Yeah. And it. And again, like seeing its buddy go down, the other one is going to use those 2 threats to take a move towards you guys. So it's now short. Flapjack Hands is short to you guys.
Mookie's going to use to maneuver her. She just did an action.
Correct.
And she's going to maneuver back. Like she's going to try to take you retreat back into the cave behind the Hunchback.
All right. So you're back. Yeah, you're now. You'd now be medium to it. So it's the only thing that it's short to now. I think is the Hunchback.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep, that sounds right.
It's gonna be
And
like a Titanfall moment here. These 2 large mechs battling.
next PC.
Yeah, can I tractor beam it?
Yeah, it's metal.
All right, so I'm gonna move to.
It's short right now.
Yeah, I just moved the mech, so I'm in it. And I'm short to it, so it'll be a gunnery check. And yeah, we'll try doing it. Do you have the stats for that weapon handy? I know it's up in Rogue One.
I'll have to look over in Rogue One real quick. I mean, it's a.
Oh, I know how to find it. Here, I got it.
A medium tractor.
I got it. Yep. You put base damage 5, crit 4. Crush.
Yeah, but you got to get tracked.
Tractor.
And then the next turn have a successful attempt at crushing things.
And if I tractor it, it can't move.
Tractor means it's I think it's locked down, right? It's like immobilized.
Immobilized, yeah. Okay.
Until it breaks the tractor, and I would say that this thing would probably try to use its strength to try to break a tractor.
Okay, cool. So just a P?
Yes, and I will flip a destiny on it.
Okay.
You don't have destiny to flip, do you?
That's us.
I know.
So it's an R. setback.
I mean, you've used this thing successfully on a droid before. You're trying to aim this thing past. No one's kind of in front of you. You're trying not to. There is kind of like this heaping 6'5" thing in front of it. So one setback that you're trying not to lock this onto the thing that's in the floor in front of it, kind of the other thing.
Okay.
It's dead.
Yeah.
So one setback trying to get around that thing.
All right. Let's see how it goes. 4 success, 2 advantage.
You have it tractored.
Yeah.
So it is short to you. It's short to you and can't move unless it breaks the tractor.
All right. It is not used to being tractored and immobilized, so I'm gonna give it a setback on its next check.
All right. So it's like
Nice work.
meh,
Ted.
meh, 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 meh. And that's a medium tractor beam.
Oh, the hunchback stats.
I think it's a medium. It's not a light tractor. I think it's a medium tractor.
It says tractor 4, medium tractor beam. Yeah.
Tractor 4. Okay. All right. So it's NPC and it's the one NPC that's still doing anything, and it is tractored. So it is going to try to get out of the tractor beam using just its strength against the tractor quality, which is 4. So this thing's strength there, and it's tractor 4, and it's going to take a setback because of the advantages. It doesn't really know how to break out of a tractor. It's never really tried to do that. And it is though realizing that it is the only last existent thing that is directed to fight here. So it is going to flip a destiny while doing this.
Should we flip it back?
Trying to get out.
No, we might need those.
No.
Trying to get out of this with just using its strength. It's trying to break out of this, and it's taking a setback, and it's going to fight like hell. Here it goes. So slow.
There it goes.
It's unable to
Oh
break
my
out.
God.
Oh
my God.
It's just like twitching there, and can't really do anything. And basically, what it's just going to do is for its it's not going to move, but just for its maneuver this turn, it's just going to like concentrate on like trying to be stronger. So it's gonna like kind of, I'm gonna say it's kind of like aiming. It's like I'm gonna have to try harder to get out of that next time.
Rerouting power supply.
It's like reroute. Yeah, thank you. It's rerouting power supply to its flapjack hands. And all right, and then all the PCs who haven't gone yet. And it is short to the front of the hunchback. It's medium to Roquan and Mookie. It is long to Vod and it's long to Vod, and it's medium to the rest of you right now, with a hunchback in front of you. Trying to paint the picture there. It's crowded space.
Vod is going to reach down in the darkness to the trooper that is dead at his feet, and he grabs the backpack and helmet off of that dead trooper and puts it on, replacing his old helmet with a new one attached to the power supply.
So he's he's the power supply is attached to like the suit of the cave trooper.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I can do that in a turn, but I would start. I don't know if I can use all my turn to do that. To put on their armor.
undressing what you're wearing and putting on Cave Trooper.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be like that would be two maneuvers, like one maneuver to like get out of what you're wearing, and the other maneuver to get into this thing on the ground, I would say.
Can I use? I'll do that. I'll use my action then as a maneuver. I'll just use my whole turn to just undress and dress.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And what you notice is it just feels like it's, you know, that sound that Darth Vader's helmet makes when it goes on, where it's like and it like really seals, and you can hear it pressurize. You feel that as this thing's like way more sealed, and in front of your eyes, kind of this like it's kind of like things in front of you now kind of are in this green, like instead of it just being like a black blur in front of you, it's like you can see Ted, or excuse me, Buck and Mookie and Vrakin and thing. It's now you're seeing in like greens and grays, almost like night vision goggle in front of you. So you're like, wow, you can like kind of see in this room now.
Okay. What's my do you know what the encumbrance or at least the soak is for that?
The soak of what you're wearing is oh jeez. What was the soak of the stormtrooper armor?
2.
Yeah, this one's like 1 less, so it's 1.
1, okay.
But it's got a little. It seems to kind of help you wearing this full suit to be able to see a little bit in the dark.
It's got night vision or dark vision, low light, whatever, and then it also has a rebreather, or it feels like a contained air unit.
Yeah, this one feels like it's working kind of better than that other damaged one you were wearing.
Okay.
The one that you've like tripped into the wall and shoved the tube back into your ear. Yeah. Yep. And next PC.
I don't got a whole lot. Buck maybe would try to release the bonds on the Veradics. If he goes up and looks at them, is there a way to unchain them?
So they're about short to you right now, and they are like chained together with these collars.
Collars.
And so it would be like, I mean, you could try to like rip them apart with your brute strength, or you could try to mechanically kind of unhinge them.
Okay.
You could try to kind of break the lock with some skullduggery.
Okay. Yeah. There's like maybe he's a little skullduggery. If to look at the kind of locking mechanisms around the collars, he thinks maybe he can like jimmy a little, even like a piece of rock in the correct way to get them to loosen up. So he's gonna try to.
All right.
Try to break these chains here.
So it's still really like dark, and this is a poorly lit area, so it's going to be a couple setbacks because of that. You're kind of using a rock to break a lock, so it's not precisely like a skill, it's a lock picking kit or something like that. So you're going to take 3 setbacks on an average skullduggery check. You were not able to break the lock.
No. However, 3 advantages and a triumph. I would say for a triumph, the the key happened to have fallen from the cave troopers when they died, and it's like just laying right there. The way to free them.
I mean, no, yeah, they're like behind you. What are you using for that? You using the Triumph for that?
Yeah.
You look down and see a key.
The Triumph is the key is like very obvious on the cave trooper. Yeah, in fact, it's the cave trooper armor that Vod put on. It had
a little key ring or something.
Yeah. Vod just thought it was his necklace.
Yeah, so like pick at the locks a little bit with the little small pieces of whatever you can get in there.
Exactly.
And in doing so, he sees the glint of a key, a shiny key.
Yep.
From Vod's armor. He's like, "Hey, Vod, that key can open these chains, open this lock."
Yeah. And so that's
these guys.
What are you using for the advantages?
For advantages,
I throw it to you.
Probably not your turn, but maybe.
I'd say 3 advantages.
If I'm able to kick it over quick.
Did you hear that, Ian?
What is that?
He kicks it like I'd say for 3 advantages, like Vod, like I will say for 3 advantages, Vod could toss you the key. I just want to hear like what I want to like in character what just happened.
Vod, that thing around your neck, it looks like a key.
It's just a necklace, but if you want it, it's yours.
Toss it here.
Yeah. Fancy jewelry wearing punk.
Armor.
More jewelry for your collection.
I have a sort of a knack for shiny things. I do enjoy a shiny trinket.
Vod
say, like,
just hand that
pops
right
it
over.
off and flings
Yeah,
it.
he throws it to you, but because he's wearing night vision goggles, he's able to throw it like right to you.
I was gonna say I hit him right in the forehead. He doesn't see it coming.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ka-dunk.
And so you've got that key now. That's like your turn, is you are now holding the key. Next PC.
Who do we have left?
Roquan's gonna turn the corner. He's gonna move short, I guess, to this guy, and then he's gonna shoot at him. Shoot at the flapjack.
Shoot at the flapjack. All right. It is in a tractor beam. So it is immobilized, and it's brightly it's immobilized right now, and you can see it. So you're gonna take a boost from its immobility, and then whatever else you need to do.
Okay, cool. He's gonna
Now when you go to bind things, are you just do that like while you're holding your gun? I'm just curious.
When I bind?
Yeah.
Normally he's been, up until now, he's been using his hands. I don't know if he has to do it. He doesn't know if he has to do it, but he's kind of been holding them out like this, because he's not quite sure what he's doing.
Yeah. Like when you were binding the I'm just curious, like when you were binding the construction droid, because you had that on him.
Yeah.
Previous round, were you like, do you bind like this, or do you bind like you're like holding your 2-handed gun and you just kind of bind with your force might? I'm just curious, like what is it like?
Well, so for instance, the last turn, he had his gun in his right hand. Well, he's holding it like this. He kind of let go, used his strong hand out like this, held his gun in his left hand.
Okay.
That was kind of how he did it. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
I think the last time though I don't remember what he did last time.
You did one hand.
But yeah, so
yeah.
yeah,
You
yeah,
said one
it's
hand.
kind of,
I was just curious how you bind things.
and
What-
it's not
like,
that.
put your gun away to bind things, or if you just like.
Yeah. And this is still a few
I don't know.
hours old, so he doesn't know if there's a way around that or not. But as of now, that's the only way he knows how to do it. So.
You come around the corner for a maneuver. All right, you're
Yep, and then
short to it.
gonna take a shot.
You take a boost because it's like in a tractor. You're gonna take a setback because again the lighting is it's kind of tough to see.
Sure.
And the rest is what it is.
Okay. That sounds good. I'm gonna. Let's see. Yep. There we go. I'm going to strain twice to use my Mark for Death talent, so I automatically get 2 advantage against him. And yeah, I'll strain twice for that, and then I will shoot. Okay, so 3 success, so that would be 11 damage.
Okay.
And then that would be, I get 3, so I have 7 advantage. And I'm not going to use the Dark Pip.
And what was the Mark for Death is just like incidental?
Well, yeah, it just automatically adds 2 advantage to it. Since I mark them for death, So
And that's I just remind
it's a maneuver, yep.
So
It's a maneuver that kind of gets added on.
So you took one maneuver to walk up, and then you took another maneuver to do Mark for Death.
Strain
so
twice.
You take 2 strain.
Yep.
And then you hit it for 11 with no pierce.
Pierce 3.
Pierce 3. All right. Okay. It got hit. It's hit. It felt that.
Cool. So for my 7 advantage, because I get 1 for the bantha sight, for my 7 advantage, he shoots and a little plate, a little opening, kind of opens up, and he sees some stuff underneath. It looks like a little storage compartment that if there's enough advantage, or he's seen that there might be some like some metal inside. It might be ammunition of some sort, possibly something like that. Might be something that they can use. It looks like he may be like a storage, droid that they're using out here from time to time.
What are you like? Yeah, I think I need a little more specificity on what that is. Like something they can use. What?
I'm looking for ammo.
Ammo.
So I'm hoping 7 advantage is enough that he's storing random ass ammo in his storage compartment that I can loot if he goes down. If that's too out of that.
7 for 7 advantage. Inside his casing. This thing doesn't really. This thing is a huge load lifter. So it really wouldn't have it wouldn't be armed with ammo per se, but if that's what you're looking for, you kind of blow open one of the panels, exactly like you said, and in there are these cylinders that they're full of the fuel that makes this thing go. And so basically what I'm going to say is what you're seeing is there's this cylinder that's about the size of one of the shells that your thing shoots. Your gun shoots, okay? And there are 7 advantage here. There are 2 cylindrical fuel cells in there that are almost the exact same size as what would fit in your gun, and they would be explosive because they have fuel. They have tabanic acid now, and so basically they would give one of your two attacks. They're you could use them once each, right? They have they would be your normal attack, but they have a little fuel cell in them. Mm-hmm. That they would be blast 5.
Oh, okay.
So you can as a maneuver put those into your gun. You have to call it, and load your gun with them. But then that shot would have a blast 5. You can do that twice.
Cool. Sounds
How
good.
does that sound? And that's but you see those in it, and you're kind of like you kind of see those things in that panel you blow off, and you're able to like kind of put that together. They're sort of saying that mechanically. You're like, wow, that's interesting. Those things look like the size of my casings as you
Perfect.
blow that plate off of them, and that's what you see right now.
Sounds good.
How is that?
No, that's great. That's great.
And then Soren
Good
leaps with
explanation.
log on his fender. Yeah, I love it. Is it last PC?
I think we all went.
You've all gone. Excellent.
Yeah.
And so the Vratics are just kind of like straining at their binds, right? They're straining at their leashes right now, and we're gonna go top of the order.
All right, Mookie's gonna sees another droid looking to meet its end, and she's feeling pretty hot on the trigger right now, and she's gonna just take a nice shot at him.
All right, you are short to this thing, and it is in a tractor, so you're gonna take a boost from that.
Okay. Boost is B, right?
Boost is you have to write the word BOOST.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
No.
Oh yeah, it's setback then.
8 O's.
8 O's. You have to write O. You have to write the word OH. Yes. Say that again about the setbacks.
I don't have any setbacks.
Let's see. The thing is like spinning. This thing's at a tractor, and you're feeling good. No, I don't think no setbacks here. You got the thing short. It's in a tractor.
Well, I miss it. Oh, I should have fucking aimed. Okay. Well, I didn't. And so the advantage is I'm gonna recover some strain.
You're
Because
feeling.
I'm still feeling good.
Yeah.
So I'm a shooter. I missed, but I'm still feeling good.
Yep. And that's all. That Mookie, the gunslinger, new career. All right, next PC.
Someone gun
Somebody
it.
else want to go?
I mean, I think someone else. Yeah, someone else should go besides me.
Same. Someone else should go.
Okay, I will shoot him again. Shoot this guy straight to. Shoot him straight to his other friend, his mechanical bad friend.
No. Droid hell.
You and droid hell, you son of a. All right.
It's short to you, I think. Is it still short to you, or is it medium to you?
He's short. He's short.
You've advanced on it, yeah.
Alright, okay, and I get a 2, 3. Okay, alright.
Boost because it's in that tractor. It's just not. It's just very still.
And a setback. Okay. So that would be 11 damage again, and then 8 advantage.
Jesus Christ, your advantage is insane.
I know.
It adds up.
So,
Oh yeah.
and that's
Oh,
Pierce
Pierce
3.
Yep.
Okay. All right. It's still up.
He's gonna crit then.
What's that?
Let me use 3 to crit it.
3 to crit. How many advantages you have?
8.
Okay. So are you gonna add any advantages to the crit? You could potentially increase the crit by 50 if you added all of the advantages to it, but you don't have to do that.
Let's up it by 30, and then I'm gonna increase. I'm gonna get back to my strain.
All right. So this is gonna be exclamation point crit plus 30. You can roll it. This poor binary load lifter. Just kidding. Just rocked.
Oh my god.
Can no longer see.
It can no longer see.
That seems odd.
Yeah, it's 100. That was 116 roll. So it's just like it's just like very, it's just very disoriented. It can't, it doesn't know even where it is. Yeah.
Sad little guy.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna do.
All right. It is gonna try. It's gonna try like one more time to like break out of this tractor.
You have to upgrade it twice now.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna use the blinded.
Blindly.
It's gonna take the boost from last time. It's sending all of its strength to its arms, but it doesn't even know like which way to even turn to break out of this thing right now.
Oh, guys.
And it'll flip a destiny. It's just gonna try. It's just gonna try, and upgrade difficulty twice. All right, and yeah, it's gonna try to get out of this thing. It manages to break out of the tractor, so it can now move. It remembers where that hunchback thing was, and so it's going to take one maneuver to become engaged with the hunchback, blinded and just feeling for where it is, and that's its maneuver. That's its turn. Next PC.
Did that run over Ted, Mookie, and I?
No, it's just like it's kind of bumbled its way towards the hunchback, so it's engaged with the hunchback. Were you guys in front of the hunchback?
As of right now on the screen, we are.
I thought the hunchback was short to it, so
it was.
You were short to it, so I think you guys are all kind of engaged with it right now, and it's engaged with the hunchback.
I see.
It's like there's just kind of a big mess of things that has Mookie, Ted inside the hunchback, and Roquan engaged kind of at the entrance to the tunnel. Short to that action is Ted. Medium to that action is Vod. Yep. And next PC.
I think Ted's gonna reposition back, to disengage to short.
Okay.
He's gonna step back, and try and tractor beam it again.
Okay.
Yes.
And it is definitely going to flip a destiny on the difficulty here.
All right.
Does not want to get that again.
Yeah. Kind of makes it.
No, that's just an R, right? Okay. Setback.
You are, yeah, no, I can't think of one.
Okay. Alrighty.
Wow.
Oh man. Well, this guy's not going anywhere right now.
Nope.
Oh my god.
We will give it a setback. on its next check, and we'll hand out a setback to the next active player.
A boost.
A boost. Sorry, a boost. Not a setback. A boost to the next active player, and then a boost to. We've used 3. We have 6 left. Everybody's like, yeah, this thing can't move again because we just saw it.
This thing. You're too good with your tractoring.
Yeah. So the 6 left, I think I can give a boost to Buck, Vod, and Roquan.
Yeah. Yep. It gets a setback. And then you said like boosts all around.
Except Mookie doesn't get a boost unless Mookie goes next.
You can
Okay.
heal strain from mine. I'm not going to use the boost. I don't think.
I don't have any strain at the moment.
Maybe Mookie can heal you and give you more strain.
There you go.
Yeah.
You don't want the boost?
It's fine. I might not use it though.
All right. Everyone's been invigorated, so all right, you can go.
Two PCs left this round.
Vod reaches down and grabs the trooper weapon on the ground. What is it?
It's a blaster rifle.
Okay. He's gonna reach down and grab it, and that's his maneuver. And then he's going to fire at the immobilized. Kind of around the side. I have a little bit of an angle on it, past the hunchback and at the droid.
The droid is kind of like engaged with like Roquan and Mookie right now.
Does that make the difficulty harder?
Just upgrade the difficulty once.
So it becomes 3 purple.
Uh,
So it's 2
upgrading it, you're shooting medium, so it would look like purple red.
purple red. And it is that heavy or light? I guess it doesn't matter. Actually.
It's heavy.
Okay. Red, purple, and I get a boost.
Yes.
Had to find a way to use that thing. I'm
Yep.
I'm feeling lucky. Do I get any sort of boost from? I don't think so, but
It's
my vision.
It's in the tractor again, so you're gonna take a boost from the tractor.
Okay.
And you take a boost for going next, right?
Oh yeah.
So,
Okay.
So he takes two boost from your advantages.
Yeah.
And then 1 from the tractor, so 3 boosts
and then-
total.
Yep. And then shooting this distance across like kind of a weird darkened room.
I've got my vision.
Yep. But just listen.
Okay.
Would be 1 setback, and your glasses take off 2 setbacks.
Okay. All right. Let's see what this thing can do. Not a thing.
Oh, so you just shot Mookie.
No. Oh.
So Mookie takes how much damage?
9.
Vod's like,
Shot
I'm
Fucker.
feeling lucky, and he's like lines it up, and it's like fires, and he's like, I got a hit.
Can Mookie dodge? Can she dodge?
She cannot. She cannot. She just got blasted.
I know. So how much? 9?
9.
Oh, Vod.
2?
Whatever your soak is, I'm not sure what your soak is.
My soak was 2.
Vod's like, oh, I'm never doing that again, and like, just realizes he's better at swinging and peeing. I'm gonna kind of settle myself, take some deep breaths, and kind of set the gun down and recover strain.
100% hit rate.
I got it. Listen to last week. or 2 weeks ago. I don't think Mookie's gonna show Vod how they police Masan kiss anymore.
Yeah. Forgot he
Thought there
promised-
might have been a
he promised me
budding
that.
romance there, but it shattered it.
Just blast Mookie in the back.
She's gonna like get up and go, "What the fuck?"
And
Telepathically, I hear her like scream in my brain.
And last PC.
Buck slams the key into the keyhole and clicks it.
And that the boop, 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 down the way all the collars fall off.
And as long maneuver to do that,
That sure. Yep.
yeah, he will then shoot at the droid.
All right. It is engaged with Mookie and Roquan, and you're gonna take a boost from. I think Ted handed some out.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're gonna take a boost because this thing is just like suspended in goddamn tractor, and yeah. Then I'm gonna flip a destiny.
No, I'm just a little bit inside the.
Say that again.
Am I medium or short?
You're short to it, and
Medium.
you're
Okay.
you're short to it, and I'm gonna flip a destiny.
Son of a bitch. Is it upgraded twice then because other people are nearby?
So it'll be RR because of Buck's gun issue.
Oh Jesus. Oh God. Oh God. I'm flipping one back. Oh,
All right.
bitch.
I'll flip it for you.
At a G. Thanks. And are there setbacks? You might have mentioned this already.
I don't think there's any setbacks. I think you're just kind of this thing's kind
Split
of
up.
lit. It's hanging in a tractor beam. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Ooh. That is 10 damage. Here's 2.
All right.
And is it still alive?
It's still up, but it's smoking out of lots of orifices.
3 advantages. He takes a from did he maybe notice anything about the room in terms of the glowstone situation?
He notices that in the panel that that Roquan had blown off, like kind of more panels are kind of like being like kind of like kind of Roquan blew off like this leftmost panel, and there were like these little like fuel cells, and that leftmost panel has kind of like also loosened kind of this middle central area, and there's this like kind of large cuboid black rock looking thing in its center chest, almost like it's like maybe like a little storage area, and Buck, with his eye for like fine jewels and things like that, notes a glimmer that kind of like twinkles through his eye in this thing's like center.
Yes.
How's that?
Yes.
And
And the
it's-
flapjack boy got my
Yep.
glowstone.
Yep. You notice it
He
kind of
thinks-
like, yeah, exactly. Ted, you were so
I'll
quick.
put it in there.
And
Jelly on the
you see
spot.
this glint from this like big piece of stone, and the Veratics like reach up to their necks and they feel like they're no longer in collars, and they just like take off running down the hallway in just kind of a scattered mob running down the hallway past the tractored thing. And top of the order.
Mookie, take the winning shot.
But not at me.
Yeah, turns around, just return fire.
Mookie's very confused.
Take it out, Mookie.
She turns and she aims in the direction that the laser. No, I'm joking. She's smart enough to know that the blaster didn't come from this droid. And she's also smart enough to know that Vod can't shoot worth shit. And so she kind of makes the assumption that this was friendly fire. She's pissed. But she's going to direct that energy towards aiming for her her maneuver, and using her ion blaster to shoot the, what do we call it?
This load lifter.
Pancake flipper.
Pancake hands.
And
you're gonna
Yeah.
It's still engaged like also with Roquan, so you're gonna upgrade this once.
And it's short right now?
It is short to you, and you're gonna take a boost because of it's still kind of hanging in the tractor.
So the purple is going to be a red because
it's upgraded because Roquan and you and it are all kind of engaged.
Okay. And then what else?
I think that's you're gonna take one setback because you're still kind of surprised that you got shot by the friendly. The friendly fire has you a little rattled.
Okay. And the aim what does the aim do for me? Does it give me a boost?
That's correct.
Okay. I guess that's what Mookie does. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Great working with you all.
You unleash a hail of fire. And let's go with your damage. What did you just damage it?
I'm gonna also flip a destiny to use my anatomy lessons.
And that's just whenever, right? That doesn't have like once per encounter or once per session.
It doesn't stipulate. It doesn't say that. So
then right on, man.
I'm gonna do that.
It's a hell of a talent.
As a hell of a talent.
Just add her.
So what's your damage? So I think your base gun is 7.
10?
And then you add the 3, so that's 10. So you just hit it for 15.
15 again. Or not again, but 15, yeah.
Nice.
The 2 advantages I'm going to use to recover 1 strain. Because it made me feel good for hitting it this time.
That's not all you hit.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna make you feel that good.
Yep. And
I'll leave the despair up to you.
yeah. You hit Roquan with that shot as your hail. Not that one shot, but you kind of like you turned towards. You got shot in the back by Vod. You like turned around at Vod. You're like, what the hell, Vod? And then you like turn around trying to shoot back at this thing, and you started shooting when your gun was probably about like 3 o'clock. You just like, and you eventually got to like 12 o'clock, and you blasted this thing for 15, and you see it erupt in sparks and fall flat on its face, dead. With that hail of bullets. In that hail of bullets, you drill Roquan for base damage. This is an ion weapon, so it's stun. So you hit him for 7 stun.
Does Roquan crumble to the ground?
So Roquan will soak part of that 7 and then take the rest as stun damage.
We're lucky it's stun. I'm still up.
And this thing collapses to the ground and erupts in sparks and explodes. And everyone take a cool check.
Mookie, what's your base for that? 7, 8?
7.
Seven.
You just took 7.
So I took 2 strain. That's not too bad.
The anatomy lessons don't go to Roquan.
Oh, I'm not.
I think the despairs are usually. Oh, poor Ted.
I don't have any to heal anyway.
Thing for it, right? That was not a very strainful battle.
We're doing cool.
This is cool checks. Yep, cool checks all around.
Mookie, what you did to me is nothing worse than I just did to myself.
It's the pay it forward motto that our team embraces.
Uh-oh, somebody's getting a shot from me pretty soon.
Yeah, not good.
Seeing that,
This has been one big shot from Roquan, I think.
Oh, 2 success. Hey, there we go. Nice.
I have no strain, but many wounds. Many.
And so the
Many wounds.
the Braddock's have kind of like run up the hallway into that main atrium that you guys came through, and they're clicking off in the distance as you guys are sealing yourselves from battle. And the hollow behind you flickers on momentarily with this Commander Vermeil, and he says, "Ha ha ha! It makes no difference what you do to the minions. You will be dead soon." And it flickers back off.
This guy's kind of an asshole.
Vod's gonna stash the stormtrooper armor in his backpack. The original.
Okay, and I kind of forget what the encumbrance of the Stormtrooper armor is.
4.
Thank you.
And I assume is the other armor then encumbrance 3?
It's the same as what the Stormtrooper armor was. Yeah.
Okay, so then I'm up to 14.
And you are wearing full Cave Trooper uniform right now.
Yeah.
Hey, Ted, can you hop in the Hunchback and flip this guy over? I think I saw something in one of these compartments on him.
Oh, I haven't gotten out of the hunchback.
Oh, yeah, I see
And
it
it's
in
like
there.
still kind of like tractored. Yeah. it's just in pieces on the ground, but it's like main torso is still tractored.
Can the tractor being pancaked over?
Yeah.
Yeah. Move it out of the way. Turn it over.
Thank you.
Yeah, Buck is rushing towards it with a sparkle in his eye. Glint.
Buck, what are you doing?
He's going towards that droid and trying to extract the glowing contents. Or spherical.
It's a
What do you describe?
cube. It's like big. It's got this big cube in its chest, so it's like a.
Yeah.
It is like a rock that has like you can see kind of like in kind of the middle of this rock is this little like glowing thing kind of embedded in the rock.
Okay. It's the rock.
What's that?
How big is the rock?
Well, it's like a boulder that's like probably, you know, how tall is this thing? It's like a boulder that's like 4 foot by 4 foot by 4 foot,
Hmm.
kind of in the center of its chest. Its plate's been blown off. It's smoking.
Because this is a
zapping.
huge. This is a huge droid.
It's a huge droid. It's like an 11-foot
Yeah.
tall thing. Well, it used to be 11-foot
Yeah.
tall before it got overloaded by Mookie's gun. Kind of like exploded in a few pieces.
Hmm. So, can he just go up and look at the glowing part of that and see if he can get it out?
Yeah, it's like you know, kind of it's
He
in
wants
this
to-
rock. There's like this embedded kind of glowing.
Embedded. Yep.
You have like a, you know, it would
Needs
it would
tools.
not be able to pull it out with your hand.
Yep.
Diamonds that are like in,
Buck, you want me to
Assuming
come
the
down there?
Vratics had some tools though laying around.
Buck, I got my hydro spanner.
What was that? What would that break apart rock?
Well, I could use the crush mechanism on this hunchback to crush it a little bit. I don't know how precise I can be, but I can also come. Oh, you're trying to get it out of the rock. I thought you were trying to
I
pull
just
the
wanna
power
make it
source out of
curious.
this droid.
We might want to be careful because I think the structure down here is not holding up so well. From what I saw on the computer, things go south very quickly if we start messing with the walls and excavating too much. We could find ourselves being buried.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't
agreed.
think. Yeah, we don't even necessarily need to. So, Buck is thinking. If we can somehow get this, bonus for the rebellion, and that's kind of his whole deal is getting resources. So, if there's a way to get it out, don't, like he's saying, we don't have to extract it even if we don't have to, but we should really get this glowstone out of here. The rebellion could really use this. How do you think we can get out of here? Any ideas?
Hey,
Is there
Bug
a
Eater.
pickaxe laying around? Is there a way to even get it up with the crane?
Bug Eater. Ask
Gotta
these
move
Vratics.
fast.
Ask these Vratics how to take this glowstone out of the wall.
yes, sir. They said they took their tools when they issued the alarm. The tools have been taken from them, and they do not know what the devil shells did with the tools.
Good thing we have a hydro spanner.
Into Destiny.
Can I show them my tools and ask them if any of these will work?
Yes, and they kind of click back at you like that. We would find these objects in the wall, and then the large beast would come take them away.
The biggest one?
This one that is destroyed on the ground, that is what we would find, and then it would come take them. Its friend would help remove them from the walls, and then it would leave with them.
Can Vod look around the room with his suit and flip a destiny and find some version of a overpowered pickaxe, like a jackhammer? Scans
yeah.
around. Scans around.
How big is this thing?
Four
how
foot.
big is what?
Well, you said the boulder is big.
Yeah. The
but
boulder is 4
the
by 4 by
actual
4
glowing-
feet.
Yeah, and it's inside the droid, which is a huge droid, like a big boulder. But the actual glowing stone, in my mind, that was kind of small, that we can maybe pick apart and take. But maybe it's not. Maybe that's even big. I don't know.
What you see
How
in
big?
it's like, you kind of see like kind of glowing, like embedded in it, looks small, like
Looks small.
like
Yeah.
like Superman's crystals. Yeah.
Mhm.
Vod, you could do why don't you do a flip a destiny and do a hard perception check, and let's see if we find something here.
Sorry, I didn't flip a destiny for my.
Do we have
Last.
one? Do we have enough?
Well,
so.
you gotta
We have 3,
flip-
so flip
a
2.
L. I'll flip the L for
Sorry, I'm not good at flipping the destinies.
Mook, and then let's see what we have. Yeah, you have a couple to use.
Okay. So Vod's gonna look around in this room here. We could still search the other part of the cave we haven't looked at, but let me just look around, see what I can find. Well, by golly, I got one, but it looks like it's only got about 1 use. It's almost out of juice. It's just on its last. The red light is blinking.
They took away all their weapons. They took away all their tools, except they didn't bother taking this one because it's damaged twice.
So whoever uses it, we might only get 1 good go at it.
So there's a vibro pickaxe that's twice broken on the ground in this room. Vod has been able to find in its one. A vibro pickaxe.
And what's the setback on that?
Not a setback. It's just damaged twice, so it's just increased the difficulty 1.
Okay.
Dude,
Yeah. I'll try and use it.
Here. Come to my voice. I'm over here.
Hi.
I look like a cave trooper. Don't shoot me. A lot of shooting going around.
Wait, what? Cave trooper? Where? Shoot it.
It's me. It's Vod. See the braids coming out from. Actually, no. It's well sealed. My braids are all wrapped up.
Scared me for a minute.
Here.
Mookie turned the head of the hunchback to give you the light.
I give you the vibro pickaxe.
And what kind of check is this, by the way?
So a vibro pickaxe is going to require 2 hands to use it. You get to add a boost die to checks involve breaking rocks or similar activities, and we're going to see. So it's cumbersome 4.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be in order to not take setbacks on the swing, you have to be at least brawn of 4 to swing this thing.
Well, maybe I should be doing
Okay.
this.
It's cumbersome 4, pierce of 3. It's twice broken. It has a boost to break rocks. But I'm gonna say it's like Vod says, this thing's like on its last leg. It probably has 1 good swing in it.
Is it a brawn check? Like, what is
It's
it?
a melee check.
A melee check. Yeah. I can't even. I can barely lift this
Vod
thing.
just one hands it by
So-
the end and holds it out to Ted, and Ted tries to hang on to it and like almost falls over.
That's
So
right.
So it's 1 swing, and I'm gonna say this thing has like this. We'll just say this rock has a soak of 3 and a damage, a wound threshold of 10. If you are able to beat that in a swing, you will be able to get that little stone out.
It's got it's got what's the soak 3,
It's got a soak 3 and a wound threshold of 10.
and then the pickaxe is pierce 3.
The pickaxe is pierce 3.
Okay.
If in a swing, you're able to, like defeat it, if you will, you're able to get the glowstone kind of popped out of this thing.
Okay.
Take it out. You get a boost on a swing, and this thing's like damage +2. It's broken. It's damaged twice, so this swing is upgraded, and it would be kind of engaged, right?
So it's a red.
Of a destiny.
So it would be engaged. So it'd be RP.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me. I said it wrong. It's engaged, and so it'd be, and this thing's up difficulty once, so it would be PPP.
Oh, not RP, just PP.
Sorry, I said that wrong. So it's PPP. There's
Okay.
a boost,
Yeah.
and there's one swing.
Okay, so VOD, VOD has an ability that is when I'm making a melee or brawl check,
Yep.
I can, frenzy attack. So he's like, summon his animal
Yep.
energy and strains 4 times? Is that how much I have? Yeah, 4 frenzied attack. 1,
Yep.
2, 3, 4. So I'm upgrading it to yellow. I'm yellow, 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 yellow. Flip a destiny, please. I'll get a green. It's a green, right? And a boost.
Yeah. You get a boost.
I want this glowstone.
And then it's going to be against PPP.
Now PPP. Okay, and I don't think I have. Because it's not my vibro axe, I don't get those other bonuses I typically get. It's just
it's not its superior.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Oh.
So it does how much? Is its base damage?
It's +2. So it's a melee attack.
+2.
So it's your
My brawn.
Plus your successes +2.
So it's 11 damage.
Yep.
Pierce 3 takes care of its armor, but it's not enough to.
I thought you said 10.
Yeah, it's 10.
Oh my!
Got it.
Does that take care of
got
it?
it.
Okay.
So you are able to swing this thing down.
Oh right. Pierce 3, and it was.
I'll say you are successful. I want to hear how you are successful. Tell me how you are successful.
Yeah, VOD does kind of what you see Arnold doing over here.
I am the
Just-
hatchetonator.
Yeah. Overhand just cracks down in the cave. Actually, what he does is he takes a couple other little rocks. He does a couple of little tinks, and kind of makes some little tiny holes. And he takes the axe and does one big chop, and it just opens like an egg. But the crystal's strong enough on the inside that it just sort of clinks to the ground. And God, what do I do with all those advantages? Well, first use 5 of them to heal all my strain. And then that, what could that do? He also, the rock is just in front of the droid parts, and it kind of smashes the rock. Half of this big boulder kind of leans over and hits the droid parts, and another little thing strapped onto the outside that's like a little hand torch falls off, and that he spots like what looks like a very small flashlight that maybe isn't that big, but
Yeah, there's yeah, exactly. I mean, this thing basically on its shoulder were just like 2 glow rods, and you like knocked off one of the glow rods.
Yeah, so kind
So
of
it's like
spotted
there's
like,
a glow rod right there if you want it.
Yeah.
That would be an encumbrance 1 little flashlight, basically.
Okay. Hey, anyone need a light? There's a glow rod. I mean, I got a glowstone. I'm gonna put this in
Nice, so
my
you're-
backpack, huh?
So you are now in
Oh.
possession of this thing that's about, 6 inches long by 2 inches wide. It's
Nice.
still got like rock kind of like embedded around it, so it's heavy. It's about an encumbrance 3 thing, but you were able to kind of get it off of this 4x4x4 boulder into something that's much more manageable. So you have this encumbrance 3 kind of slightly more refined. Not it doesn't look like just a perfect diamond, but it's like a crystal in a rock that emits this kind of like yellowish glow to it, like a soft light bulb.
Okay.
And it's this encumbrance 3 thing that you were able to break off.
Got it. Ooh, dark crystal. Okay, my encumbrance is still underneath my threshold. I stash it in my backpack.
Right on.
Let's get the hell out of here. Let's go up and search the Anoat system.
And it's about 1 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
I'm